up, America? It's your boy Mike Larry, and I'm standing here at the legendary Rucker Park, and you watching Sophisticated Mindz. Hashtag stay humble. Fire in the hole!
What's good, everyone? It's Legend in 2 Games, repping for Sophisticated Mindz. Got the legend out here, man. You creating quite a resume for yourself, Mike Lowry. I'm gonna let you tell the people about what you got going on and give them the breakdown for the people that don't know who you are, man.
Well, you know, if you ever seen me in action, you already know how we started off. What up, America? It's your boy Mike Larry, all the way from across the bridge where hip-hop got started from, the boogie down Bronx, New York, and they call me yours truly, Mike Larry. It's a pleasure to be here, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. We definitely appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us. I got the pleasure of meeting you a few weeks ago at the Ballin' for Peace. You held it down, did your thing, and we want to learn more about you, man. And first things first, you from the Bronx, just like I'm from the Bronx, like you said, home of hip-hop.
Facts.
Talk about your beginnings in basketball. Let's get started right there.
Well, basketball, I grew up playing the game with my pops, straight backyard ball, and you know what I mean, in the crib, had the basketball that hung on the door, and we played ball all the time. And then high school, I was playing basketball, went to college, played for a little bit, tore my meniscus. That was pretty much it for me in my basketball career. I still do the pickup thing, of course, like that, to try to stay in shape. Don't know how much that's working out, but basketball has been it for me as far as, and my favorite player is Michael Jordan, you know, undefeated in the finals. So for me, he's the GOAT.
We'll get into that. I know that's a hot topic for the last few years, so we definitely gonna get into that. So obviously, your love for basketball brought you and drew you to Rucker Park, where we're at today. Yeah. Talk about some of your experiences here at Rucker Park and some of your favorite moments that you've seen in person.
One of my favorite moments, everybody know who champion, former MVP Kevin Durant came in the building. I got word that he was coming in the building before he got here. So I had to go to work. I called out.
There ain't no work that day.
Nah, no work that day. It's like, nah, I ain't going to work. And KD came and he showed love, sat behind the bleachers, behind the players' bench, ate his food, and warmed up. He got here early. Got here at 6 o'clock. His game was at 8. And he chilled, showed love to the fans and all that. And when he came out here, man, he showed out. And I wasn't on the mic yet during the games, but I was in the stands, and I seen that 66-point game, and atmosphere was bananas. The atmosphere was bananas. So that's the most recent one. When I was a little bit younger, of course, we all know the Vince Carter game at Gaucho's gym. I was in the stands up in the bleachers trying to catch every glimpse here and there. And all you could hear is the oohs and ahs because I was so short. But I caught that dunk that shut down the game, and I thought it was it. I walked out the gym like, Daddy, we could go now. I seen Vince Carter throw it on one time. So that was a good highlight for me to be a part. And then when I seen the announcers doing what they do, Booby Smooth, a.k.a. the politician, you got Al Cash, you got Hannibal, you got EJ the Mayor. When I seen them doing what they doing, I was like, I could do that. Understand? And then I put my mind to it and made sure I got to it.
Put your mind on it, then got the grind on.
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
Talked about playing high school ball, a little bit of college ball.
Yeah.
What was that transition like to go from being a player on the court to controlling the crowd on the court with the mic?
I always been you know how they say he's a natural born leader. You got teachers, you got adults that deem you're a natural born leader, you this, you that. So I always had a way of just articulating and talking to people. And then when I seen stuff out of whack, it was always me trying to get people to come back together. So from playing the game, you in the game, and you seeing things live action. So it's like you got 2.3 seconds to make your decision with a pass, shoot, drop a dime for a layup. You got those very little intervals of that time. But when you outside the game and see the game as a whole, oh man, it's different. And then you call in the game, and sometimes the players need that. They need a little push because they like, it's my third game of the day, I'm really tired. Then you come out here to the legendary Rucker Park, it's like, I gotta put on a show. You know what I mean? People watching. You understand? And me controlling the crowd was, I loved it. Because now your voice is who they hear. And being that your voice is who they hear, you can control what happens next. You understand? And me, I'm a positive person, so I always try to make sure whatever happens next is going to benefit just what happened last.
Absolutely. What's the adrenaline rush like, though? I know it's got to be different being on the court. Let's say you cross somebody up and finish with a nasty finger roll, or something like that to being now the announcer on the court, being an MC, and the feeling when the crowd go crazy when they hear you crack a joke or drop a pop culture reference?
Yeah, it's the adrenaline from a basketball player. You got that crossover, you finish with a layup, guy fell or whatever. That was that one play.
Yeah.
For MC, now I got both plays because you just hit him with a crossover. He gonna want to get back at you. So now my adrenaline is I gotta keep this going. So they feed off your energy. A lot of times you have announcers that say, "Oh, the players make the game," and they right. But sometimes we make the game. So they feed off your energy. So if you dead, the players like going lackadaisical. But if what I call in my bag, because it's backpack season, that's what for me, it's always backpack season. And my energy is up there, the players going to want to match your energy. They don't want to be the dead one. So the adrenaline is just on another level because you're going back and forth. It's one, it's two. It's one, it's two. Understand? And for ball and for peace. You had shout out to my brother, Jess Jones, aka Filet, doing a great job in his movement, and White Iverson from Cali. You know what I mean? Two dudes that I know, they cool peoples. When they was going at it, they was matching play for play. There was no time to take off as an announcer. You understand? And the crowd is going to feed off your energy. Whoever was sitting down, ain't no more sitting down. Standing room only.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your preparation like leading up to a game?
My preparation, man, it varies, but it's similar all in one day. Basically what I do is I either sometimes go over old video from another game, see where I hit and miss that, because it's always good to critique yourself.
Absolutely.
Always good to get, like, basketball players watch film to get better. I watch film to get better. I see what I did, what I didn't like. Does that work? Cool. I ain't really like that one. That catchphrase caught on, the crowd like that one. I'm gonna keep using that one. And on my way to the game, as I drive, I listen to no music.
Okay.
No music. I don't want to listen to no music because I got to get my mind right to prepare. Because sometimes, depending on the crowd, you may have 1,000 people in the crowd. Sometimes you may have 100 people in the crowd. So it's like, do you face the crowd if you only see a scattered 100? What happens when some people perform according to their crowd? They see a big crowd, let me do this game, I want to do this game. But me, I perform regardless of the crowd because they come in here to see a show.
Absolutely.
Understand? And you part of that show. So my preparation, I drive to the game, I don't listen to no music, go back over old footage, see what I did, what I didn't like. And then right before I get in, I'll probably throw on something to just get me hype. Cardi B, you know, she's from the Bronx. Cardi, you doing it, baby girl.
The album is fire too, yeah.
She's doing her thing too.
Absolutely.
So I'll probably throw on something like that. Cardi, living my best life, you understand? And just to get my mind preparation, because in life, you know, you tired, you understand? You go through your life, so you be tired. So me preparing for a game, that's what I do.
Now, did you ever think, obviously you had hoop dreams growing up, but to make the transition to MCing the games and the places it's taking you, you were recently in Australia. Talk about that experience and then knowing like your passion for the game can still take you places that you want to go in life. It just doesn't necessarily have to be with the ball in your hand.
Yeah, no, absolutely. How it originally started, my first basketball game I ever announced was at Tri-State on 45th.
Okay.
In Lennox, I believe. It was Tri-State. Shout out to Mousy. Mouse is a legend too because he coached them Fat Joe teams and Diddy teams, and he was here. He won like 5 chips, 4 back-to-back, something like that. So, and don't quote me on the numbers because he probably got more than 5. You understand? But he was a legend in this. So he started Tri-State, and as him doing Tri-State, he asked me to come do a game. I did the little kids game. I came over here, and I did a each one teach one basketball game. They run on Saturdays. Holcomb Rucker. Bob McCullough. They run on Saturdays. So I had a friend of mine that had a team in the game in that tournament. They needed an announcer. What I didn't know was that the commissioner for Rucker Park High School Division and the men's division, so Greg Maris, shout out to Greg Maris, rest in peace. He was a former commissioner here, Entertains Basketball Classic at Rucker Park, and Steve Barnett, who was the high school commissioner. They was sitting in the stands. They seen me do that game. It was like, yo, could you do our high school game? Like, yeah, absolutely. And then they asked me quickly too, what's your announcer name? I ain't have one.
Yeah.
I didn't have one. I was like, Larry? They was like, yeah, announcer name is Larry? I had a mic in my hand. So I was like, Mike Larry. and it went from there, and that stuck. So to see that it took me from Tri-State to Rucker Park to Australia, oh man, that was different. When I got the phone call to go to Australia, I just had got back from Jamaica and Costa Rica, just having a good time. Signing. It was at the end of the season. It was at the end of the season, so that was my my focal point of just woo-signing. When I got the phone call to go over to Australia, it was bananas. You know, first of all, the flight was too damn long.
I bet.
27 hours.
It was a lot of prep time on the flight, right?
Oh yeah,
a lot of prep time.
I had a lot of time to prep, but it was 27 hours. But when I got there, and the tournament I did was Streetball Madness. Shout out to Jermaine Maybank. Streetball Madness was the first major streetball, one of the biggest streetball tournaments out there in Melbourne, Australia. So I went out there with my fellow announcer. I gotta shout him out. Ain't no hate in my blood. Dave Cha-Ching, Dykeman announcer. Me and him went out there, and it was bananas, man. It was bananas. The love is different out there. The culture is different out there. And they love what you do. They really appreciate your craft. Sometimes in New York, your craft get drowned because everybody want to be somebody.
Absolutely.
You understand? So, but out there, you are somebody. You understand? So, to get offered the opportunity to go out there and to go do it again, I can't wait.
That's what's up, man.
Wait.
Now, EBC, obviously, a lot of entertainers come out. Jim is a regular here. Cam's a regular here.
Yeah.
Who's one of the best entertainers you've seen on the court?
Performing?
Nah, playing, yeah. Like that could get down, like, because we know rap, music and sports merge so many different ways.
That's true.
So I'm sure there's a lot of cats who thought they could come out here and really do their thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of them ain't live up to the expectation.
Yeah. The best one I seen that came out here and actually held his own was Chris Brown.
Okay. I heard his game is nasty.
Chris Brown could hoop, man.
Yeah.
Chris Brown could hoop, yo. A lot of people be saying like, yo, he a dancer, of course he could hoop. Nah, Chris Brown could hoop.
All right.
He put you on the island and drown you. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Chris Breezy held his own, and Cam, you know, those who know the history of Cam was a high school All-American, if you want to put him in that category. You understand? He hooped, so he also held his down, but Chris Brown was one of the ones that I seen that came on this court and held it down. You know what I mean? So that was different to see. I was shocked.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some footage of him, but now you confirmed it, you co-signed it, so now I got to take it more serious at this point. You know what I'm saying?
He cool.
What are some of the things you expect to see this summer out at Rucker Park?
Oh man, we got some goodies, some dandy. This is our first season once again after our commissioner passed away, Boston Soldier Greg Marius. When he passed away from Rucker Park, the commissioner, it was right before last season. So we was on the scramble. We made it work. We did what we had to do. So this year we had a full year to prepare ourselves. So this year I'm looking for bigger and better. I can't really tell what's going to happen, but we got some things coming up that's going to be. If you're in the area, make sure you come catch a game or 2 or 3 or 4. You feel what I'm saying?
Make sure you come through. Just simple as that.
Yeah, simple as that. We got some major high school talent coming up. I love the high school. I love the high school players because they play with a different urgency. You understand? It's all about the love of the game with them. You understand? So that's my take. I love doing the high school, and that's where I started at. I started doing the high school here. I do the men's every now and again, but the high school is where it was at. I had an opportunity, the pleasure to call Mr. New York City, Marquise Noel, who's going out to Arkansas. He's going to Little Rock, Arkansas. Just signed his letter of intent. Of course, we got Isaiah Jellyfan Washington in Minnesota. I called that game when both of them went at it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got the footage to prove. I was just looking at it before I came here today, and they was going at it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about standing room only. There was no nothing.
Yeah.
No seats. If you got a seat, you was lucky.
It's crazy the impact they've had on the city.
They doing their thing. You know what I mean? So shout out to Isaiah Jellyfan Washington. Shout out to Marquise Noel. Those just to name a few. I did a breakout all-star game where Shaquille O'Neal was our honorary coach. Shaquille and Cameron and Donovan Mitchell was one of the players that played there. And he came out here. I got the footage for that too.
Speaking of, you beat me too because I was gonna mention it. Off air, you were telling me that you got some old footage of what should be NBA Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. I think he's the Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
But you told me you had some footage of Donovan out here as a high school player.
Donovan worked out, man. Worked out, and it's funny because you'll see Shaquille O'Neal every now and again here. barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Shaq, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk about how hashtag Stay Humble came about. Shout out to Shaq, man. But he'll say barbecue chicken. Yeah, I said chicken, barbecue chicken. So I tell him, yo, chicken fried rice. Get right to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Donovan Mitchell came out here and he put on a show because for him, he understood the legacy. See, when people come out here in Rucker Park, it's either two things gonna happen. Either you're gonna work or you're gonna fold. And he understood the legacy of the park. And he came out here and put on a show. And I said, I don't recall how many points he had, but he came out here and put on he had one dunk down here at this court right here that just had everybody like, he had me, I was lost for words. Like, and I try not to curse because we got kids in here, but I almost cussed that time. Like, oh, you did what? So, you know what I mean? Donovan Mitchell and I'm going to say between him and Ben Simmons, yo, I don't know who's rookie of the year.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's a debate for another day, you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion on that.
Absolutely. Well, good opinion. Good opinion.
One high schooler you saw early on, before the world knew about him, that when you saw him, you knew, like, he's got it, that kid.
I would have to say Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan?
Yeah, I would have to say Donovan. Because when he came out, first of all, he carried himself with a mature, you know what I mean, attitude. You know what I mean? Him, and I'm going to say Isaiah Washington.
Okay.
But you talking about currently in the league?
No, in general, that you've seen, yeah.
All right. Yeah, it was Donovan and Zay Wash. And the reason why them two, they both got a maturity about themselves. They carry themselves with such maturity that's on a different level.
Yeah.
Understand? They not upscale. Well, Isaiah Washington, you know, he got the Jelly Fan movement. He took a picture with every kid. He's like, yo, sit in the back or go to the back of the handball course. We don't want you around. You know what I mean? Wait till game. He was like, nah. And he took a picture with every kid. He signed a shirt. And that right there, the humbleness of him was just amazing. So every time I see Jay, I honor him because the fact that he stood humble. You know what I mean? Staying humble. You understand? So, but between Donovan and Zay, they just held themselves with a maturity. And the game-wise, they understood. I called Zay before everybody was giving him Jelly Fam. I was calling him a smooth operator because he was operating so smoothly. Like nothing seemed to be a press for him. We not relaxed. We gonna be all right.
Yeah.
We fine.
Yeah.
We fine. And then he do what he do. So I seen that, and I'm praying that he make it. You know, I'm pushing for him. He got a fan over here. Zay Walsh, keep doing your thing, brother.
Absolutely. The impact on the city is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Talk about Mike Lowry Entertainment.
Well, Mike Lowry Entertainment came about. It was more than just basketball. So you have certain announcers that just specialty in basketball, like they specialize in basketball. They don't do nothing else. With Mike Lowry Entertainment, I do everything. I do weddings, I MC weddings, sweet 16s, open mics, comedy shows. I literally do everything. Basketball games, church concerts. Like I've been a part of everything. So I didn't want to be known as just an MC of basketball, even though this took me a lot of places. I just want to let the people know that I could just make your event a night to remember on any scale. So I just recently got a DM from a couple that I did a wedding. I did their wedding. They was looking at their footage from their wedding, and they was like, yo, shout out to you. This joint is still funny to this day. And that made my day, you understand? Because I'm an entertainer. I entertain on the court, off the court. When the game is dull, when it's a blowout, I find a person in the crowd to entertain, to crack jokes on, or even make them a part of the show. Because when you come to Rucker Park, I'll put it like this, when you come to my event, when you come to Mike Lowry event, I want you to feel like you played a role in that day. And it's like, I played a role. Like, that day wouldn't have been popping if I wasn't in the stands. So that's what Mike Lowry Entertainment is about. It's more than basketball.
Nah, that's super dope, man. What can we expect from Mike Lowry Entertainment? Where can we see you this summer? Tell us what's going on, man. Let us know.
Well, I have a few things this summer. Of course, I'm here, the legendary EBC Rucker Park, which is called Entertainers 155 now. I'm in LES Express, which is down by 7D Roosevelt. Shout out to BG. I'll be at Tri-State. My man Mouse. Just got a phone call that Jada Kiss tournament in Yonkers. The gallery they back up and running, so we working on the details on that. So you'll see me a little bit everywhere. Today I'll be at Hoop Showdown showing love to my man Johnny and Cha-Ching. They doing that game. Like I said, I'm a major supporter. If you got something coming up, let me know. If I can make it, I'll be there to support. So I'm gonna go show love in that. and wherever else people book me at. You understand? Then I got the FWCC. That's the Frankie Wilson Charity Classic. That's in Stepanek High School. Fight Against Cancer. That's every year.
Okay.
And on the bill, we got the top 2 announcers on that, and that's me and Cha-Ching. We on that one. We gonna turn that up all the way up. So if you're in the area, if you're up there in White Plains, New York, come on out and support that. I'm a little bit everywhere, man.
Yo, that's what's up, man. You hard working, man. You got a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm a little bit everywhere, man, but it's gonna be a summer to remember.
So when they say ball is life, they talking about you then.
Yeah. I live it, man.
Yeah, obviously, man, you everywhere, man.
Yeah, I live it.
We definitely looking forward to all your moves this summer. We're gonna come check you out at Rucker Park too, man.
It.
Mike Lowry, man. Definitely appreciate you taking the time. Chop it up with us, man.
Most
Sophisticated Mindz.
We out. Make sure y'all follow me on that gram at @IAM_Mike MIC Larry LARRY. Follow me, people. It's a blessing.